Hey there, Libra. This is your eclipse bonus. So we're doing a bonus reading for this eclipse season. It's going to be a little bit different than some of the other readings on my channel. We're going to look at a couple of oracle cards just to get some themes for you. And then we're also going to do a Celtic cross and see if we can kind of narrow down maybe some events or happenings that might be taking place for you during the eclipse season. Couple of things to note. Down below in the description box, I'm going to list your specific houses this impacts in your own natal chart. So check that out down below if you're interested in the astrology aspect. I do recommend you watch your rising sign. Your sun sign might resonate for you, but I think the most literal translation of what's happening will show up in your rising sign. Also, I'll put all the dates of the different lunations that are taking place down below so you can kind of keep track of what's coming up for you during those times. As this eclipse season sort of spans a couple of months. It actually starts today as I film this on the Scorpio new moon on November 4th, and it goes all the way through to January 2nd when we have the Capricorn new moon. So there's two eclipses in there, but there's other lunations that take place around them. So I hope that you find that helpful. Now, if you don't know your rising sign, I'm putting a free website down below so you can look that up for yourself. So hopefully you find that to be helpful as well if you're not sure what that is for you. So heads up, these readings have been going kind of long. They take about a half hour. So hopefully you'll stick around and see what might be coming up for you for eclipse season. And let me know what you think down in the comments below. So I'm going to get the cards laid out here for you, Libra, and then we will dive into the reading. We have the Two of Pentacles. That's the card that tried to pop out. The Queen of Swords. Four of Cups, Knight of Cups, the King of Wands, and the Queen of Wands. Look at that. Page of Wands, the Ten of Wands, and the Eight of Wands, and your final card is the Seven of Pentacles. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Five of Wands. So could be feeling a little bit conflicted. Or dealing with some drama around this time. We will see why that has come up as the overall energy. Now I am going to zoom out just a little bit here so you can see all the cards. Maybe I need to move them because that's too far. Bear with me here. The spread and these cards are larger. So let me move everything up. So your oracle cards that I have here for you are just some overall themes that are coming up. And I'll speak to the houses that are impacted for you as well. Okay, well this card is off the screen here, this Page of Wands. We'll talk about it and I'll be sure to hold things up so that you can see everything. Okay, oracle cards, we have the Spiral. And this card really kind of talks about allowing the old to phase out and the new to phase in. You know, we're kind of always on this journey. And as you can think of it as like a spiral staircase. Like we might have lessons or situations that come back up, but when we get back around to that point in the spiral, right, we're already at a higher level, and that just keeps happening. So could be talking about some ascension for you at this time, could be revisiting old lessons from a different perspective. And I believe, I'll look at the book here in just a moment, but I believe that also talks about kind of releasing and letting go of the old and accepting the new skin that you wear, kind of like the snake that sheds its skin, kind of not trying to pick at old wounds that are already in the past. And then we also have the drum. So you could certainly be tapping into some of your more feminine aspects of the self, some of the intuitive parts of you. We'll look at that briefly as well. So, with the spiral, it says, to renew yourself, you must shed your old skin. You've already done this, so do not keep scraping away at the old, but welcome the soft new skin that is starting to grow. Break the habit of working on your faults all the time and let nature take its course. Know that a new skin feels vulnerable and scary at times. Trust the medicine of the spiral as it guides you on your journey of renewal. And then we have card 15. It says, the drum invites you to take the next bold step in your journey. The forces of heaven and earth are aligned behind you, supporting effortless action. This is not the time to push against the river. The current will take you exactly where you need to go once you jump in. Collect your power tools and summon your courage, because it's going to be a wild and glorious journey. Allow yourself to be carried by the rhythm of what is essential in your life. It says the drum takes you to the beating heart of the universe. And invites a trance state where healing and prophecy can happen. So, interesting. Could be an adventure on the horizon here. So for you, Libra, the first eclipse takes a place in Taurus. And for you, that is in your 8th house. So that's going to be associated with, probably some kind of ending. Could be joint finances coming up in question for you. The 8th house is the house of death. So you could be experiencing some ego deaths as you ascend upward as well. The second eclipse is taking place in Sagittarius. And for you, that is, let's see, your 3rd house of communication. So communication, thinking, could have a perspective shift definitely taking place here for you in that aspect. Now, you've probably been kind of dealing with that, though. Sagittarius is actually the eclipses that we're coming out of. We're actually moving into Taurus and Scorpio north and south nodes this next year. So you've probably had a lot of shifts in your beliefs, in the way that you view the world, in the way that you think. You may have even decided to explore an entirely different belief system when it comes to like religion, spirituality, that kind of thing. So we'll see how that's coming up in your reading. Now, the heart of the matter, we have the Two of Pentacles. So you could certainly be working hard here, but I do feel like you have a choice to make during eclipse season here. And it could, you can see the waves in the background here. It could kind of be a bit of a tumultuous time for you. Kind of emotions running high, balancing a lot of plates. Now in the challenge position, we have the Queen of Swords. So you could certainly be dealing with another air sign here. But for me, this is part of that decision making. Kind of being clear here, straight up, seeing things clearly and being able to make a choice and cut things out that do not serve you moving forward here. Now in the deep past, we have the Knight of Cups. So you could certainly have had an offer of love come in. And when I say deep past, I'm thinking like months, right? Instead of this past week, for example. So some kind of love offer, or it could have simply been an offer that made you feel emotionally fulfilled. With the King and Queen of Wands showing up here, however, I do feel like it's potentially a love situation. Now you do have the King of Wands in the recent past. And so this is fire energy. I usually see this as Sagittarius, but it doesn't have to be. It could also be Leo, Aries energy. Take that as it resonates. But the King of Wands is someone that is capable of nurturing something, a passion, from, like, for example, like, you know, perhaps you have a child. So the King of Wands would be an energy where that child is nurtured and brought up from a young age. And so he's able to have the staying power to nurture a passion, right? In the potential, your thinking position, we have the Four of Cups. So certainly something that's going on that hasn't been maybe totally satisfying to you. And I do feel like something is being offered here to you. So we'll see what's going on with that as we clarify. In the near future, we have the Queen of Wands. So definitely some Leo fire energy showing up here in the feminine. Confidence and the ability to manifest, which for this eclipse season, you know, it's going to be showing up strongly here. We have that 1111 portal that's coming up, which I've already done your reading on. But manifestation, confidence, drawing something into you, being very attractive as well at this time. But it really, for me, kind of ties in with that drum energy that we talked about. Kind of listening to the flow of life and being able to attract things in towards yourself. Now your energy at this time is the Page of Wands. So you could certainly be looking for a spark of inspiration. And that makes sense to me based on this choice that you clearly have to make here. So it's like you're seeking some kind of inspired information to kind of lead you in one direction or another. We've got a lot of fire energy showing up in your reading here. In the environment, we have the Ten of Wands. So certainly something coming to a close here, something that's been, you know, difficult and burdensome to you. But I do feel like something here is coming to an end. And it looks to me like you're hoping for movement here in your hopes and fears. Now, in the outcome, we have the Seven of Pentacles. So it could certainly be a harvest coming in for you, something you've put some time and effort into, something you've been waiting on. So let's see what we get for clarifiers. Why do we have the Two of Pentacles showing up for Libra as the heart of the matter? What's this Two of Pentacles? We have that Five of Wands again that was at the bottom of the deck. So certainly conflicted about a situation, a choice that's needing to be made here. And the Two of Wands. I do feel like it's probably related to some kind of expansion energy, especially with all these wands showing up on the board right now. It could be a choice that you're faced with at this time that ultimately means growth and that kind of thing. So with the Queen of Wands in the challenge position, perhaps feeling like there is a lack of clarity, we're getting the Magician and the Emperor. Yeah, so I feel like it's more like trying to gain clarity on what it is that you do want to manifest, where to take charge. Again, some of that Aries energy showing up, more fire here, along with some Gemini, Virgo with the Magician. But it's kind of deciding what you want to manifest and knowing clearly what that might be. And that looks to be kind of like the theme here is just kind of deciding what that's going to be. We'll look here in the deep past at this Knight of Cups. We'll slowly get more of the story here. We have Hanged Man energy. So in the past, perhaps you were waiting for a love offer. It could have been a Pisces that brought one in for you. And the Queen of Pentacles. So something that was stable. You wanted something that had the ability to grow here. This is Capricorn energy coming in with that Queen of Pentacles, and potentially something long term. So it could be that this waiting energy has been going on in your deep past. Now in the recent past, we have the King of Wands showing up. So somebody here showed up for you. What's this King of Wands about? The Queen of Wands. Could have definitely met a soulmate in the recent past. With the King and Queen coming up, together, and the Ace of Swords. So certainly a new breakthrough soulmate relationship here. Could also be that if you're not dealing with a relationship, that you simply kind of came together within yourself. You know, we have both masculine and feminine energy showing up here. And with this Ace of Swords, some sort of truth or breakthrough took place as a result of you kind of just getting into alignment with yourself. So take that as that resonates. In the potential here, what you're thinking about, we have this Four of Cups. What's this? Page of Pentacles. So some kind of offer showing up here. Yeah, perhaps two. And perhaps that's related to this choice that you need to make here. So this could be work, love, and I don't know that you see this coming just yet with that Four of Cups. So I do feel like there's perhaps maybe even a choice between, this could be a relationship choice between people where one is from the past and one is perhaps an energy that you've dealt with that hasn't been positive. Now that Capricorn energy has shown up in the deep past. So it could be that you were waiting for a solid offer from a Capricorn, and now they're finally showing up, but they're doing so at the same time as someone else here. So I feel like what your challenge is, the heart of the situation, is you may actually have choices to make between more than one person, or even more than one job offer showing up here for you. I do feel like perhaps with your 8th house being activated and your 3rd house being activated here, it could be that you've had a shift in perspective around someone in the past. Whereas like you waited for them, perhaps to come forward and make a commitment. And now that you finally moved on, now they're showing up, but they're showing up as the devil energy. So it could be that now they finally come forward and you're not super happy about seeing them. Because the Four of Cups can kind of be emotionally dissatisfied energy there. There could also be some fear showing up, and I could see that too with that Five of Wands coming in more than once. Could be a fear of making the wrong choice here. With the Queen of Wands, what's going on in the future position? We have the Queen of Cups. So some intuition coming into play here. Could be dealing with a water sign as well. And the Four of Cups again. So I feel like your intuition is going to assist you with this choice. With that Queen of Cups showing there, there's somebody here with love to offer, and there's someone here I feel like you feel maybe almost a toxic bond with, perhaps someone that has not been so good to you in the past. And the Three of Pentacles. So could certainly be receiving an offer for from someone at work. It could also be someone that you work with. But more what I'm getting from that Three of Pentacles is I feel like somebody here wants to build something with you. So I think that will help you to make your decision here. Your intuition will kick in. It's going to be the person that is bringing forward the more satisfying emotionally offer, right? With the Page of Wands being where you're sitting, it's kind of like you've been waiting for that inspiration, right? And I think that might come through in the form of your intuition here. What's this about? Oh my, we have the Hierophant, so some Taurus. And the Knight of Wands. So it almost feels to me like that's two separate energies showing up. I feel like one is perhaps offering commitment while the other one is less reliable. In another way, I do feel like on a level here, what's coming in is that kind of more spiritual perspective that's showing up as a result of your 3rd house being activated in Sagittarius. So kind of almost a larger perspective of, and it's crazy how many wands we have showing up here. So quite a bit of fire energy in the environment. 10 of Wands. We have that Queen of Swords coming in again. So I do feel like you're going to cut out and make a choice here. You're going to put one of these situations to an end. In the hopes and fears, 8 of Wands. Movement. But definitely some overwhelm associated with this situation. Yeah. 2 of Swords could be a fear of, making the right choice here. That's already shown up. And 6 of Cups. And I feel like it's probably because you're dealing with 2 separate soulmates here. Because we have the King and Queen of Wands. So that's definitely, to me, a soulmate pair. But clearly there's this connection going on with this person from the past that you were kind of waiting for. And I do feel like they're kind of the more immature energy showing up here. And for me, the Six of Cups is something from the past, right? I mean, there's children on this card. And so to me, that's less mature energy than, like, for example, the Two of Cups. But I do feel like you're going to decide to move on from that person from the past. The Six of Cups can talk about letting the past go, right? So with the Seven of Pentacles, what's this in the outcome? Eight of Cups. And the Knight of Pentacles. So I do feel like if there's an energy here that has been super slow to come together, I feel like perhaps it's this situation from the deep past you were waiting on. I think you're going to walk away from that and towards something that's actually going to bear fruit for you. Yeah, the Ten of Wands, you're going to cut out the thing that's been burdensome. You're going to put an end to that situation. So, and look, the Fool at the bottom of the deck. I think you're going to go for the new situation here. So, well, that's what I'm getting for you for eclipse season. And again, check the description box down below. You can kind of keep an eye on those lunations and see how they're showing up for you in your specific houses. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.